Hey, guess what I googled this morning just for a bit? Oh, it was last night, not this morning, just for a bit of a joke.
Whether the Queen's really English.
Well, she's German.
Exactly.
And so is Philip, who was in the SS.
Yep.
And the reason why they survive large operations and deep old age is because they have transfusions, don't they?
Drink baby's blood.
They have transfusions with baby's blood in it. Anyway, what else do you think I googled this morning? It wasn't that.
How much the missiles cost?
Well, that was the night before. Have you seen the news? It's all about television again, television.
Well, we don't actually want to report about the corruption in Parliament, the corruption in the police, the corruption in the courts, the corruption in the councils, so we'll fill it up with some jingoism.
Celebration of war?
Yeah.
So what do you think I googled this morning? Sorry, last night. Go on, ask me if you
Novichok.
know. It's like he's read my mind. Yeah, I googled Novichok. And I went to Google, although other search engines are available.
DuckDuckGo for one. .com.
It used to be altavista.com. That was a good one, years ago. Alta Vista.
There was also Scroogle, but they shut them all down.
And then there was the hackers one, which is called Hasta La Vista. Anyway, yeah, I just typed into Google patents on Novichok. And do you know what came up?
Patents for Novichok.
Yeah, patents for Novichok. And guess who Novichok was been patented by?
The Russians.
No.
The English.
The US government hold 10 patents, and it was patented in 2015. This is for Novichok. Anybody, go on your computers now. If you're interested,
Just pause
let's
it.
tell you what to do.
Pause the video.
Pause the video, or watch it, and then go back, make a note, and just type into any of your favourite search engines, including Google, patents on Novichok, and you'll see. The US government, private limited corporation for profit, patented Novichok, the nerve agent,
Allegedly used in Salisbury.
and allegedly used elsewhere. And yeah, patented by the US government in 2015.
Well, that's why they couldn't find any connection to Russia from it then.
Well, the OPCW, which stands for the Organisation for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, yeah, they couldn't find anything, could they?
No.
In fact, they've been trying to go to Duma in Syria. Duma, you notice the name, Doom. It is Doom for some.
Good game back in the 80s.
Well, in Duma, the OPCW, these people who are supposed to be chemical experts, they can't get to Duma
Yeah.
because certain people, like military people, the British and Americans and French, keep bombing that area, so they can't get to
Ah,
Duma.
so they're stopping any investigation into whether there was any actual attack there.
Yeah. Well, this morning on RT online, there was I mean, you could, if you want, you can slip in the videos. A few days ago, there was this chap interviewed.
Did you actually want me to press record?
We'd have to do a completely different one because we don't like doing double takes. He got me then, didn't he? And you're all laughing at home as well. We don't mind. If you can take the piss out of us, we don't need to. Where was I?
Duma.
Duma. Anyway, yeah, the OPCW, they can't get there. And it put me off now. Novichok.
And they can't get there to test the ground because of the...
Oh yeah, yeah, a few days ago there was this chap on RT online and they interviewed him and he said you could see the original video where they're all pouring water over the kid's head and they're going ksh, ksh in their mouths and the kids are going this is what you're doing.
Yeah. Why are you poisoning us?
He was a medic there, a trainee medic, and he said all of a sudden these people walked in and some of the white helmets were there, and we discussed the white helmets. The white helmets, by the way, were trained by military personnel.
Yeah, they're a terrorist organisation.
They're funded by who?
The government.
The American government and the British government. Anyway, they sent their men in and they told all these people there'd been a little bomb go off.
You know how you know they're funded by the British and American government?
How?
Because they've been nominated twice for the Nobel Peace Prize. It's almost as funny as when Obama got nominated for the Peace Prize.
One of the most murderous people on the planet. Oh dear, and he tortured people in Guantanamo Bay. Oh, crocodile tears. Yes, do you torture people in Burma? Yes. Right, back to this medic. Douma Hospital, excuse me for... Douma.
Dooma.
So this medic, he said, yeah, these people rushed in and with some of their families and kids and just started grabbing our water pipes and dousing them all in water.
How did they know no water would be okay and wouldn't actually intensify any problems?
That's a good point. It could have made them worse. It could have got their poisons into their skin and their eyes even worse.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says, what are you doing? He says, oh, the white helmets say that there's been...
It's got a tattoo on her knee.
Or a big sticker. We keep getting put off, don't we? But it's entertaining. It's entertaining for us if it's entertaining for you as well. And the interviewer says, well, what are you treating people for? He says, they've bomb gone off nearby, but we were treating people for smoke inhalation until the white helmets and all these people ran in. And he says, well, what happened to all those people after they doused water? He says, they were fine and they left. Right?
Well, that's exactly what you'd expect from a chlorine chemical weapon attack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm fine now. Put some water on my face and I'm fine.
Yeah, don't splash. Oh yeah, that's it, we're fine. And he says, did you treat anybody for chemical poisoning in the hospital?
Who's this, the doctor?
The medic.
Alright.
And he went, no, didn't treat anybody at all. Anyway, there's a new video come out about a doctor that was interviewed, I think this was yesterday, again in Douma. It's amazing that TV crews and the Russians and the Russian military can go to Douma, but you try anybody else gets there and they get bombed. But the US ambassador to Russia at the UN the other day, he keeps slipping up, or is he really? Do you know what he said?
No.
He said our Western partners...
Did he say our Western or our Western?
Our Western partners...
Who's the Russian one?
...fail to recognise that we've not done these things. When he talks about America, or the American government or the British government, Teresa or Donald, he says our Western partners. So what does that tell you?
Who's that?
The Russian envoy to the UN, the United Nations, which are not united.
Okay, so they're all together in it together then, just like we've been saying for years and years and years.
Hallelujah, you figured that out. Anyway, there's a little video that's come out recently, I'd say, not last night, the night before, and it interviews a doctor at the Douma Hospital. When the interviewer asked him, he said, well, who were these people? He says, the white helmets told us there's been a chemical attack. And he says, but there wasn't. And the interviewer says, well, how come there wasn't a chemical attack? And he said, because we'd all be dead if there was. And he says, we didn't treat them. And he said, did you treat the nurses and the doctors? And he said, no, there wasn't a chemical attack. It's a false flag, it's rubbish.
I was actually watching some general or something reading, should I say, and he was saying how it's absolutely ridiculous because the majority of the population of the planet, whether that be flat or circular, don't believe there was any chemical attack whatsoever happened in Syria, and it was all made up by the white helmets.
But Theresa May says, oh, those poor little children who got gassed in Douma, we have to save them. Do you think that woman gives a blood clot, ras clot about any chemical weapons?
Well, all you got to do is look at the men, women and children on the streets in the UK and see that she doesn't give a shit about that. Why is she going to give shit about some slightly darker tanned men, women and children over in some country that she wants to dominate?
So basically, our wonderful servants, our public servants, Donald, Teresa and Emmanuel, didn't that used to be a series of films in the 70s?
Yeah,
Emmanuel.
Paul.
Well, it was sort of softcore, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, not that I've seen them. She was a lovely looking woman, wasn't she? Sylvia. Sylvia, what's her name? We've gone off on one now. These wonderful people that really love us and they really want to protect us. But basically, it's a logistical restock, as we said in the previous KaK and Mac video, that all of a sudden we've got to buy £224 billion worth of restocks of Tomahawk missiles from David Cameron's company, General Dynamics.
Well, someone's got to make money out of it, haven't they? Of course, it's not really David Cameron, he's just got shares in it and he runs it for the Rothschilds, the Vatican.
It really is the last straw. And by the way, My old friend Dale has snuffed it. He was only 62. He used to work on Radio Trent in Nottingham.
You used to work with him, didn't you?
Yeah, I worked with him a few times. The old women used to love him, all his sexual innuendos and his gags. He was really quite a funny chap. Andy Barnes, the DJ at the Pally, used to go and play snooker with him.
I bet he's gagged a few times.
That's the last straw.